Now, why I do that? And it's got 3 a.m. Okay. Why did it do this here? Is it showing me live?
Live?
Okay. I guess it is.
Live? Okay. I guess it is. Live?
Alrighty. Let me see what we got here. Let me see what we have here. Hello, 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 everyone. Trying to get set up here for a minute. YouTube. Still trying to get organized with the live. Alrighty. Okay, let me see here. Accounts. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hoping everybody's having a lovely day. Just give me a minute here to get organized. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's got me where I need to be. One more step. Grandkids is off from school and they throwing me off because they are so noisy, man. Love them to life, but they so noisy. They ain't like what we was. We went outside and played and made all that noise. They like to stay in the house and make noise. Hi, Gwen. Glad to have you with us. Okay. Let me get organized, make sure you all can see what I'm saying. Okay. Now, I'm doing, as usual, Illinois evening draw. And they had 5, 4, 7 to come out. And as usual, like I always say, we at PICK-3 at a glance with a home and no tic-tac-toe, no date sums, no grids, no root sums, no multiple different rundowns. And what I do is I take 22 numbers, do the 1-1 rundown on them. And with those 22 numbers, you have all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations, where you counting your own numbers and tracking for your own state. You can't go wrong that way, people. We can't go wrong. And that's how I've been fortunate enough to get in the winner's circle numerous times, and I'm happy with the strategy. And it's something that I put together over playing PICK-3 for over 30 years. So I've been up and down every road of this game, believe me. And that's why I came up with this strategy, because I could not figure out what numbers to play just looking at 1/3 of the numbers trying to win. So I put a strategy together where I can track all 1,000 numbers at a glance, with 3 more other tools where I could track the single pairs, and the single digits, and the front pair and back pair. And that helped me increase my winnings greatly. So and now I'm sharing with everyone on YouTube. Believe me, I never thought I'd be here, but I'm here and trying to do the best I can with it. And I came up with the acronym is OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, and stick with a budget. Play safe, be safe, play safe. Okay? There's no strategy, nothing out there that don't show you what's coming the next day. You have to track your own numbers, and what I say with PICK-3 at a glance, you're able to build a strategy and a skill set. Playing pick 3 is a skill like anything else. You have to recognize what you're doing and why you're doing it. Like anything, playing golf, playing baseball, basketball, swimming, whatever you're going to be good at, it has to be a strategy and a technique behind it. So that's the way I approach the pick 3 at a glance. Okay. So, like I said, I you start like people are beginners, and I use one rundown. It's the 111 rundown. Not all the other different rundowns. You can make a rundown out of any of those 1,000 numbers, and when you get through, you don't know no more than what you did after you did the rundown, unless you're tracking all 1,000 numbers. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. You can only get a third of those 1,000 numbers out of a year, and if you're not tracking all of them every day to see what they're doing, and you're going to see how they're doing in your state, you're going to see that everybody's states runs different. So there's going to be different strategies and different skill sets for each state and each day to know what's going on. So let me get started here. Make sure everybody see. Okay, I think everybody can see everything. I'm gonna do the 111 rundown on the 547 that came in last night, which to me is the with this wild ball. I just came to over here to Illinois about 3 or 4 months ago, so I had to go back and track all the data. And with this wild ball, I have to say these numbers are running different, and you have to. I think they've lessened the odds on us. So you really have to. Well, made it. It's already 1 in 1,000 with pick 3. But I think by them adding that wild ball, to me somehow I think it's 1 in 10,000 odds, because that's a fourth ball, and I don't care how they slice it and dice it. With that technology that they have today, they, instead of pulling from 1,000 numbers, they could pull from 10,000 numbers, and that's why I think the numbers are taking longer to hit. But they're coming, but they're very slow. Okay, but you have to stay. That's why I say you have to be patient, persistent, stick with a budget, and you have to build a skill set of knowing when to play. So I'm going to do the 111 rundown on the 547 that came in. Now what I'm doing here, if you're new, in any rundown, you can make the base number. You can make the rundown number anything you want out of those 1,000 numbers, and they do, to come up with a strategy to try to figure out what numbers are coming possibly likely the next day. And when you do that, you really don't know why you would be playing the numbers unless you're tracking all 1,000 numbers. So this is a rundown here. Okay, 1 minute, please. Hold it down. Okay. Close that door. Okay, I'm back. Now, we're going to add 1 to the 5, you get 6. Let me see. Seem like I'm not. You get 6. All right. 1 and 6, you get 7. 1 and 7, you get 8. 1 and 8, you get 9. 1 and 9, you get 0. You don't get 0. That's my brain thinking ahead. You really get 10. But with lottery math that you do in the lottery to calculate the numbers, you only can use single numbers. So that's why you use the 0 on the right-hand side and not the 1 on the left-hand side to make things work in lottery math. You can only use single numbers, okay, for it to make sense. So you go 1 to 9 is 10, but you don't use the 1, you just use the 0, everything on the right-hand side. Then you have 1 to 0, you get 1, 1 to 1, you get 2, 1 to 2, you get 3, 1 to 3, you get 4, 1 to 4, you're going to get 5. All right? Then here, if you do it again, same number at the bottom, you get at the top, you add it correctly. If you don't get this 5 down here, then you add it again, and if you still don't get the 5, go buy your quick picks because I can't help you. Because you worse than I am in math, we both in trouble. This is as good as it gonna get with me. All right. So now you add 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you're going to get 10 again, but you don't use the 1, you just use the 0. 1 to 0, you get 1. 1 to 2, 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. See how easy that is? And basically what you're doing, after you get to the 9, you do the 0, and you're just counting straight down. So look here, 7, 8, 9, and then you just go 0, because you know that's going to be a 10, and you just count straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, wait a minute. I messed up somewhere, didn't I? 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh, I miscounted, y'all. We in trouble. What am I looking at wrong here? It's 8, 9, 0. 1, 2. I think I must be off on the column. I'm marking off. Yeah, my eyes are messing with me a little bit. Let me see here. I'm off, but I know I'm off. This should be this 4. Wait, I'm way off. Ain't I? This 6 should be right here. This should be 3, 6. Oh man. And this should be 7 down here, right? Yeah, my eyes are off, so I'm seeing off a little bit. That's why it's up a little bit. I hope y'all can understand what I did there. But if you can't, just go back and look at some of my other videos where my eyes are not so bad. I had eye surgery, so I'm struggling kind of to look at things, so just bear with me. But you understand, you're just going 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, you know, this number here is 4, 3, 6, then the 7. All right. And these here, this is what they call a rundown. This is one of the rundowns. They got, I don't know how many different strategies and how many different rundowns that they use. But with PICK-3 at a glance, all you're going to ever use is this 111 rundown on your winning number that comes in for your state. Okay? Your winning number that comes in for your state. So, like I've mentioned before, on this live here, I really don't chat with you all, but I do have subscribers that can help you in the chat. One is B33LZ. He's good. And we have another one, gentleman by the name of Scott. He's good. So I really just focus on getting us into the winner's circle through my lives. And then the bots and the trolls that come on, I don't pay them no attention. They just need some love. Something's wrong where their life is not fulfilled unless they're trying to tear down other people. So I don't really trip off of those. And so if you don't have to respond to, just know they need some love. They're lost somewhere. So, but they'll come in with all crazy comments, but I really like them because they can be hilarious sometimes, but I don't pay them no attention. I watch both other people's lives and they get under their skin, but me, I don't even pay them any attention. And that's why I do a Q&A at the end of the live, so I can focus on teaching. That way, when something comes in mind that I have to relate to you all, I don't get off track. All right. So here we do the 111 rundown on the winning number that comes in. And like I said before, I take 22 numbers, which I call base numbers. And with those 22 numbers, I do the same 111 rundown. and I have 22 columns. All right. And on those 22 columns, one of my base numbers will always be in that rundown. Okay. Will always be in the rundown. So, and after you get the 22 numbers and the 22 columns, which we'll see here in a minute, you'll be able to spot that base number right off the top, and know automatically what column it's going to be under. So right here, when I go down after adding, I see that the base number is the 013 right here. That's the base number. So I'll go to that column with the 013, and I'll bring it up here on the master sheet. And it's, you see it here, it's 013, but it showed as 103, same number, because this 013, by being a single number with 3 different numbers, it can come 6 different ways. So if you knew, you need to understand that singles can come 6 different ways. Like this 5547 here. It can come as 547. It can come as 574. It can come as 457. It can come as 475. It also can come as 745 and 754. Okay? And that's the way singles can come. And doubles, like let's say 122, it can only come 3 ways of the 1,000 numbers. It can come 122, it can come 212, and it can come let's see, 221 of the 1,000 numbers. It only come 3 ways. And triples quite naturally can only come 1 way. Okay, so that's what you need to understand if you're playing PICK-3 or you're starting to play. You have to know those different combinations. All right? And it's fairly, once you start playing, you need, and they call this any or box or combination. It's like insurance. If you play this 547 exact, you get the jackpot prize or half of the jackpot prize, depends on how you play it. And these here, you get the whole number any kind of way that it comes, because it's the only way it can come. So it's like an insurance on the number in case you don't get it straight, exact for the jackpot, you will get the bonus prize, bonus amount of money. Same way with the doubles. And the doubles pay a little bit more because they're harder to hit, so they give you a little bit more of a bonus with the doubles on the any order, but not on the bonus, the jackpot order. Like if you play 1, 1, 2, 2 like that exact, you'll get the the bonus, the jackpot prize. But when you bet it on any order just for these 2 numbers, you get a little bit more money, other than just playing the singles, because the singles have your best odds of winning. Then your doubles, then your triples have the less odds of winning, like that. So we're going to go now. Like I said, any winning number to come in, you will always have the base number in that rundown. Might not be the same order, but it will always be in the rundown. So like I said, I automatically knew that it was 013 because it's one of your base numbers and what column I would go to once you start tracking your numbers. And here you go to column 2 and you find the 013, and here you find the 457, and you'll see that it came out twice, because I have it circled, and at a glance you'll see that for the month it came out twice. Bam, you're done. Bam, you're done. You just find the column, and here you got the 12 base numbers that I called out. Now these is numbers that I put together that go in numerical order. I had to have a numerical order system so I could know what was going on with all those 1,000 numbers at a glance. Each one of these columns is 10 numbers, and each number can come 6 different ways, right? So that's 60 numbers on the column. That's 60 times 12 give you 720 of those numbers. You know at a glance what's going on with them and what column they come off with, what day, you know, everything you're going to know about that 720 numbers, just tracking 12 little columns. No guesswork. You always know what's going on with the 720 of those 1,000 numbers. Now, you don't have to manually do the 1-1 rundown. I have an app right here. It's called PICK-3 Rundowns app. That's what you want to find, the PICK-3 Rundown apps. All right. Now, with those PICK-3 Rundown, then you download it onto your phone, and then what you'll do is hit and it'll be I think it's a lime color still. I've had this app about 3 or 4 years now, and it's worked real well for me. It should open up here. And it says Blind Squirrel LLC. And now, when you see that 547 is the winning number, where it says place the winning number in the circles, you tap here, and you go 547. All right? And you hit the 1-1 rundown. Here are all the different rundowns like I just did, but the 1-1 rundown you can do with any winning number come in to try to figure out what number is coming in the next day. But to me, like I say, all this math, when you get through, if you're not tracking all the 1,000 numbers in a numerical manner, you don't know what's going on with that number. I don't care what you do, what number you come up with. A combination of numbers you come up with to try to play. So we're going to hit the 1-1, and it did exactly what I did for me in a matter of seconds. Here's all the numbers. And see where it shows the 103? Everything is right here in numerical order for you. And that's the only rundown you're going to ever have to use with PICK-3 at a glance and learn. That's in numerical order. It makes sense. Okay. Now, let's see here. You have the 658. The 769, the 870, just follow along. The 981, the 092, the 103, the 214, the 325, the 436. See there? See where I had that 436? I was off. That's why I wasn't adding up to me, because I was writing crooked, and it was getting more crookeder, and I couldn't tell it. It was getting more crooked. All right. And I just couldn't tell. But see, you need this app, and it's called PICK-3 Rundowns. If you can't find it, I think I started putting a link to it in my comments. But if you just email me at momoneyterry, Mo money, MONEY, Terry, TERRY, all small caps at gmail.com, and I'll send you the link. Okay, to download the app if you have a problem with it. But it's from what it says is PICK-3 Rundowns, and you should have it. It should come up on your phone, okay? And it will come up on your phone, as far as I know. If your phone ain't doing what my phone got its own life. It own me. I think I don't own it, because it does what it won't do at times. I'd be like, what the heck is going on with this phone? But I know it's the government. I know they have to. They have to. If they don't track us, some other country will track us, and they got to know if somebody else is tracking us. I know that's the government, because I know too many things I do to my phone to prevent stuff, and they override it. So I know they tracking us. They people think they need your fingerprint to find you. Now, they don't need your fingerprint. They need your voice, because your voice is just like a fingerprint today. I'm telling y'all now, telling you what God look. They don't need no fingerprints to find you. And you bet not be, you talking about, well, I'll leave my phone at home. That way they can't find me. Nope. Ding. You get anywhere near anybody got one of these phones, they're going to find you. If you open your mouth. You can be in Timbuktu. And if you open your mouth and talk to anybody with one of these cell phones, they know where you at, baby. Talking about 3 6s on your forehead, you walking around with it in your hand. Yeah, I'm telling y'all now. Take it from somebody that's 72 years old. I know what's going on in this game. I've been following this technology ever since they ever came. When they had just beepers, when they didn't have none of this, just a beeper, and you had to dial the number and find out who called you and stuff. They sent the number to you. Yeah, you think they think they can't find you? Only reason the government don't find you, they don't want you. So whatever you doing, and you think you getting away with it, you ain't getting away with it. Only reason you getting away with it because they don't want you. They find a man in a desert in a hole in the ground. You think they can't find you? Come on, y'all. Bin Laden went and took his blood and knew it was his identity, saying it was a disease, a sick disease going around in the area, and they taking everybody's blood, got his blood, knew it was him they was killing. Come on, y'all. And these numbers, y'all think they can't flip these numbers with AI? And play with our heads? And you ain't tracking? If you ain't gonna track these numbers, I would say just get quick picks. And then if you tracking, you'll know what's going on with them, because I can see some changes myself with that fireball and wild ball that they added to PICK-3 into all the other games. It makes it easier for AI to work the numbers. When we had the 1,000 numbers with the 3 numbers, the numbers had to work by the law of average. They had to rotate. They still have to rotate, but now instead of pulling from 1,000 numbers, in my summation, they pulling from 10,000. That's why these numbers that you can look at, and if you've been playing your numbers and you've been having your own strategy, everybody that got these wild balls and fireballs, you see where you always one off or they mirror one of your numbers? That's to mess with your head, to keep you going, to keep feeding you. Okay? So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. But let me get back on track here. I'm telling y'all, they don't need nothing to find you no more. Just open your mouth and there's somebody got a phone. You ain't got to put the phone in your pocket. Now open your mouth, see don't they find you. 013. And they gonna be looking upside my head. Say, that boy is supposed to be telling all this information. What's wrong with him? 013. And then I said we tried the 547. Because I be thinking about that stuff. I really do. I be like, how can they find a man in the desert in the hole in the ground? What technology they got? They got to be more than people talking. Okay, this is strategy number 2 with the single pairs. Okay, and with these single pairs, I had this strategy down with the with my first. This was my first strategy, tracking all 1,000 numbers and making the 12 columns, and I do the same with the doubles. It's 12 of these and 10 on the doubles that I made 10 columns out of. Okay. Here it is here. These are the 10 doubles columns here. And I got 10 of those. And each one of these columns can only come 3 different ways, like I showed you with the 1, 2, 2. So that's 30 numbers at a glance you're looking at. You'll know what numbers on what columns haven't failed and how they've fallen and when not. If you see a column ain't hit, working with the law of average, in 3 months, you want to start looking at that column and pull your numbers off of, because time is on your side. You want to build a bucket list as you play of numbers to play, so when you hit, you know where to go get your next numbers, not after the numbers been played, trying to find the numbers coming the next day. This is a marathon, not a sprint, playing PICK-3, to build your skill set up. Okay? And once you start building and tracking, I enjoy it because I can see exactly what these numbers are doing. I'm not guessing what the numbers are doing. I know what they're doing because I'm looking at them every day and I'm tracking them every day. I might be guessing what numbers to play, but by tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, you build value to the combination of numbers you want to play because you know what's going on with them. Okay? And like I say, OPPB, be patient, be be organized, be patient, be persistent, and stick with a budget. Be smart, play smart. Be smart, play smart. Be smart, play smart. Okay. Now, so this is powerful. At a glance, I know what 30 of them doubles are doing on each column. At a glance, you ain't gonna find that nowhere else. These here strategies I came up with myself. All right. So if you got the 700, you got 9 times 30, which is the singles, gives you 700 and I'm sorry, 9 times 30 gives you 270 of the doubles that you're looking at. 12 times the 60 gives you 720. Gives you 990 of those 1,000 numbers you're looking at a glance. And then, the triples can only come one way. So that's 10 of them. So 990 plus 10 gives you 1,000 numbers, 1 in 1,000 odds. 1 in 1,000 odds. Can't beat it. Okay? Now, but everybody, you can screenshot this and or handwrite it down like I got here just to get the master sheet and start, what I did first, it was kind of hard. I just started making up numbers and seeing if I could figure out what columns it would be under, doing the 1-1 rundown or using the app, finding the column, finding rundown. Now, the only thing, if the base number comes in, you would just mark it off. Let me give you an example here. Because I had a subscriber who said she couldn't find the base number in her rundown. And what it was, the actual base number was the number that winning number that came in. Okay? And let me show you here. See here it is. Let's say, since we on a column 2 on the 013, let's say that the 013 was the actual number that came in. I'm gonna go back here. Let's say it came 130. Let's say it came 130. Gonna put the 130 in. And then you hit the 111 right now. Naturally, you ain't gonna find the 130 here because it was the actual number that came in. So you would just go up to column 2 and mark it off or circle it however you want to do to know that that number did come in that month. And I can see how that would be confusing because I asked her, I say, at first she had me scared because I thought, wait a minute, don't be telling me that I done screwed up and one of them 1,000 numbers ain't in the rundown. And I said, well, give me the number. And quite naturally, it was one of the base numbers that was actually the number that came in. And she said, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. If the base number come in, I just mark it off itself. I said, yeah, that's it. So I want to make sure I share that with you all. Okay, so you won't be confused. Say, well, I can't find the base number. What's going on with this math? Nothing's going on with the math. So far, I think this is, if all these years ain't found nothing wrong, I'm going to stick with it no matter what happens because I can't figure out no more how to do it to make it work. I know I won't. I ain't going down that road no more. Okay, so now we got 3 separate numbers, strategy number 2. We have 3 separate numbers on strategy number 2, okay? So you're going to have 3 pairs. I needed to know what was going on with the pairs. I added this stuff after I came up with the master sheet. I said, okay, let me see what's going on with the pairs. I had to make something that I could track all those 1,000 pairs. It's more than 1,000 pairs. It's got to be. I don't know how many pairs in 1,000, but they'll all be on here the way I made this triangle. So what you would mark off to see, you'd mark off the 45, the 47, and you mark off the 57. And you can see that they came in, they hit already. Okay? You see that they hit already. So at a glance, you know that they hit. Working with the law average, you want to drill in your pool of numbers to play down so you'll see what numbers are left so you'll know what numbers to play, working with the law average. Okay? And here, now today is the 30th, we got the 31st. So anything that's not circled is what I look at to carry over into the next month to add on to my bucket list to play because I'm playing with the law average. I'm playing 30% at those numbers. So I have to dwindle those numbers down to know what's left out of those 1,000 numbers are the best numbers to combination numbers to play to add value to them by tracking them down and value to the numbers. Um, all the base numbers have zeros. Yeah, it looks like that. That's a good seashell. Yeah, they do have the zero in them. Yeah, base numbers do have zeros in them. That's because I'm starting from the least of the numbers to the higher, but they do have the zeros in them, like you say. Yeah. That's a good summation. That you've seen there. I probably never looked at that in that aspect, but it's good. So again, that 547, I'd mark off the 45, the 47, and the 57 because it has three different numbers. Now, say a number like this 448, which is a double, two separate numbers. It's going to have two pairs. I'd mark off the 44, and I'd mark off the 48. Okay? The 44 and the 48. So I see that the 44, see, it has the 44 since it's not circle haven't came in. So at a glance, I know what doubles ain't played. I know what singles ain't played at a glance. And I know what triples, well, basically, I know that ain't no triple, no double zeros. I know ain't no triple zeros failed. Or nothing that a double that I don't have mark off. I know triple threes ain't failed. I know triple fours ain't failed. Or no triple nines have failed, like that. Okay. Now, like I say with the triples, like this triple two here, if it came in, I just mark off the double twos. Because when I came in with this triangle playing with it, I didn't even know how to use it. That's the only thing I couldn't figure out is how to mark off the triples. I say, oh, okay, well, I know triples got only one number out, and it's got to be a 2 or 3. I'll just mark off the double twos. That let me know that a triple or a double came in off the column when I'm looking at a glance here. And that's how I came up with it. Now, how I use this to help me get into the winner circle. All right. What I did is in Missouri, 38 didn't fall for 128 days. That's a pair. If you was playing any number with a 3-8 in it, it didn't come in for 4 months. That's a third of the whole year that a 38 did not fall pair. That's the kind of stuff where you can build a skill set and a strategy. So knowing that, taking that information to be of value to the numbers that I was, combination of numbers that I was playing. So when I win, I know what to do. I know where I'm going to get my numbers from to play because I'm continuously looking at and building a strategy and a skill set. So I call this wheel a wheel. When you do a single pair and you want to play it, you can wheel it. And that 38 I knew hadn't failed. So I call this the wheel. And I did 380, 381, 382, 383, 384, 385, 386, 387, and 388, and 389. This is powerful. Just knowing that pair didn't come in, I said, okay, now I'm going to run this 3-8 down, 50-cent box, any order, pretty much. But when you start tracking, you'll realize what numbers have more value to them to play, okay? I knew this 3-8 had more value. I said, this 3-8, I know the 3-8 ain't fell. It was something I knew about this 3-8 that made me pile up on it. And when I piled up in on it, it came in as 385, and I got in the winner circle. See, when you playing these numbers and knowing why you playing them, you adding value to the numbers that you playing. But if you don't know why you playing them, there's no value that you adding to what you're doing. You can't. You don't know what's going on with. I won big on this. It was one of my bigger winnings. And I do pretty good on pretty much because I'm tracking actual 1,000 numbers, and I'm not guessing the numbers. I know what's going on with the numbers. I know why I'm playing the actual number. And then if this hadn't hit, I think I played a couple of days. I played 50 bucks and I loaded up on here and it came in. And you'll be able to see what's going on with your numbers in your estate, your actual numbers, not no guess numbers. And not running everywhere, books and everywhere like I used to do, trying to find these numbers, playing numbers. I have no idea why I'm playing them. If you're playing any number, you're going to always should know why you're playing it if you're using the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. Okay, so that's how I won there. Now, another thing, they talk about code numbers. You're going to see that a lot in the lottery world. Lottery world, I guess that's what I'll call it, lottery world. Lottery world. They talk about single code numbers. And what they do is see what number ain't failed, a single digit number from 0 to 9 ain't failed in a while. But that was fine and good. I kind of cared for that for a minute when I didn't know no better. I said, but dog, that's boring. I got the number, but I don't know where to play it, how to play it, and what to do with it if I do know what this code. So I say, let me make 3 columns from zero to 9, 3 of them. Because there's 3 numbers, I make 3 columns. So whenever a number come in, I'll just mark what position the number came in for the month. And so like the 547 that just hit, I'd mark off the 5 on the front. And it looked like that 5 been hitting kind of heavy there on the front. I'll mark off the 4. 4 only just the second time that it's been hit in the middle. And I'll mark off the 7 on the back. And the 7 looked like it's been hit pretty much on the end. But what I'm really looking for is not the ones that hit. I'm looking for the ones that didn't hit. I'm looking for something that I can show you right here. For the whole month, 3-3 ain't fell on the front. In Illinois' evening draw. I know that. I ain't guessing that. So if I carry these double 3s over the next month and I'm playing a number with 3-3 in it, I'm going to make sure I put that double 3 on the front. I'd be crazy not to. Or I might play triple 3s, but I don't play triples. I get into that. I do play triples, but it's a method to how I play my triples to win and get in the winner circle. But here, you see that? That's a dead call. That's how I win. For example, I'm going to show you here. One year, I was doing this strategy, and no 7s had hit any number the prior month. I thought I was tripping because when I went into the next month, let's say this month, no 7s. Then I go, well, no, this is May. Let's say April with no 7s hit. And then like we are at the end of May now, didn't hit no 7s. I wasn't tripping because I wasn't through with May. So I said, I'm sure 7 going to come. No 7s hit for April or May with no number. I said, oh, no. So I said, oh, I'm loading up on 777s. I'm loading up on 777s. I played 7-7 front, 7-7 back, 777s. I played the wheel down on it, the 770 to 779, and it came in and hit. And I won big and went in the winner circle with that. Because there's no way with the law of average, no 7, unless they was cheating. Unless they had found a way to cheat, there's no way no 7 wasn't going to fall that third month. It just couldn't happen. And if it did, I'd probably quit playing lottery. I would have, probably. I know better. It's got to fall. Law of average. Then you'd be able to judge how long these numbers take to come out. I'm telling you, it could take 90 days. 90 days ain't nothing. I told you 38 pair didn't fall, and that's a pair that didn't fall for 120 days. Okay. All right. So that's how I got in the winner circle. No 7s have failed. See, stuff like that, when you see that, you can't help to play them unless you're blind, crippled, and crazy, or you're broke, or out of money. You don't have the money, or you miss it. That's why you have to track, and I retrack my work. Or if you follow me in Illinois, don't just go by what I'm saying. I'm in Illinois now. Track with me, because you might see something I miss. I might miss this 3-3 ain't hit on the front, depending on how I'm tracking that month or whatever. But it's hard not to miss that this 3-3 didn't fall on the front if you're tracking. And the same here. Now, see here with these single pairs. Now I'm looking at. I'm gonna tell you about mirrors and stuff. I look at different numbers like this 4-4 and 9-9. I'm gonna teach mirrors. They mirror each other. I got my eye on this. I'm adding this into my bucket list. If this 4-4 don't fall for a month and this 9-9 don't fall, and I know it's going on, anything under red didn't fall the previous month that I have here lined up under red or highlighted, however you want to do it, so you'll know what's going on with them. I'm definitely gonna be looking at adding this to play, because I know by law average one of these gonna come out because they mirror each other. All right. Now we're gonna go to the front pair and back pairs. So I had that. I had the singles down. I had the pairs down, but I needed to know what was going on with the single front pair and back pair of the numbers. So what I had here is the front pair and back pair of the numbers. This 5, 4, 7 that came out. I'm gonna circle the 5-4 and the 4-7 on the back. Right here. First time they came out all year. This is a yearly sheet. First time they came out all year. So I track. I want to know what number is, or dwindling down where the number ain't fell on the front or the number hasn't fell on the back. And this is what I use to play triples. I don't play triples until November, December, and January. If no triples have failed for the whole year, and I really don't go by the from the last time it failed the year prior or until the following year. I start in January. That makes it easier for me to keep up with triples. If no triple has failed for the year, because they don't pay no more than any other number, and they harder to hit. They the hardest to hit because they can only come on average 3 times on a year if they do come 3 times. Missouri last year, it only came twice for midday and once for evening, triple twos and triple zeros, and triple on midday and triple zeros for evening. And everybody was playing the heck out of triple sevens, and they never showed up. That's why I only played for the whole year. That way I know by the law average they got to show up. Something gonna show up on a triple, depending on how I read the numbers. And then 2022, I realized in January, 8-8s hadn't failed on the front, but one time in January, all right, and 8-8 hadn't failed at all, front or back, for the whole year up to December. And with that knowledge, added value to me playing my combination of numbers, I pulled out triple eights. Also, I knew that 3-3 pair hadn't failed on the front or the back. And they mirror each other, which you're going to get into mirrorings. So I knew the 3s or the 8s had to fall, and both of them came out. And that was a big win for my subscribers and myself in Missouri, because I told everybody to get on those 8s, and when I was playing the 3s with them. But both of them did come out. And the 9s, I believe. Yeah, 3, 8, 9. And they came out. But I only track, I don't do triples. I start with January. If no triple comes out up to November, December, then I'll look at triples to play. If, depending on the front pair or the back pair or the doubles. See all here with this front pair, back pair, you see all the doubles here line up? Right here. And the same way on the back. And as I track and I see that the front 00 ain't filled and the back 00 ain't filled, triple zeros is my numbers to play. Triple zeros is my numbers to play. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have everybody with me. Okay. So that's how I look at triples. I don't really waste triples, but everything, and I'll show you how what I do is I made up numbers to see if the front of it ain't filled and the back of it ain't filled, and then when I'm tracking, as I track at a glance on your sheet, and I find out, I find out this 5-4 didn't fall, or the 4-7 don't fall on the back, and the 4-5-7 number didn't fall all year. That's my number to add to my bucket is to play, because it ain't gonna be many to choose from that's gonna line up like that. Maybe I better write it down so you can see what I'm talking about better. I'm gonna use the 5-4. I'm gonna use how I want big. I'm gonna use the 5-2. Let's say the 5-2 front don't fall, and the 2-7 back don't fall all year. And I realize on my sheet, because you're gonna be tracking all year, that the 5-2-7 in any of the 6-way combinations didn't come. That's my number, man, to my bucket is to play all year, for sure. And that's what I did. My brother's birthday is 5-2-7. That's his birthday. So I added that next year, because I realized, because you're gonna look for anniversary, birthdays, and stuff like that. Just like in Illinois, my birthday didn't fall on evenings all last year, so that's why I'm playing it over here now. That's why I know I'm playing. But my brother's birthday was 5-2-7, so I added to my bucket list to play because it was his birthday. So on his birthday, he gave a party. It was a Saturday. I'll never forget it. So I loaded up on his birthday pretty heavy, 5-2-7, just like that, because I knew it hadn't played on the front and the back. And I was planning moderately to his birthday came. And I loaded up on his birthday because it was the same day as his birthday. And it came out the same day, just like that, 5-2-7. And I won big on that day too. This is the stuff you can do. Actual numbers you're strategizing and working with. Okay? This is what you can do. Using PICK-3 at a glance strategy. Now I got another sheet here I'm going to show you all. And I'll add some more as I think about it. That this is not this. What I did was kind of consolidated doubles, because even though with my master sheet, I could tell how I was looking at doubles, but I didn't have a way to consolidate them, or at a glance I'd know what's going on with them. And I hope you all can see this pink. Everything in pink in Illinois here has come out in each one of these columns. Everything I got circled in the blue here hasn't came out. And the false triples, column number 5 is false triples, which I'll show you on the doubles. Let me show you here so you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you here. See here, column 5. With the 10 numbers for right here for first day of this year on even 616 came out, and that's the last time anything's come off this whole column. So this column is hot. To me, it's past the normal time that something should come off that column, and then probably gonna pick up and get hotter, and that's when I win. I'm definitely investing in this column. And these are called false triples. That column is really called the false triples. On column 5. So when you hear me say false triples, those are it. And I'll explain, when I explain mirroring, I'll explain false triples too. But here, what I did here, I put all the doubles together. See how that is? Like I say, you have to be organized. You really do. And I can PDF these sheets to anybody want them through the email. It's a short fee, a little fee for them. Okay. Even with this one. Okay. What it is, I put them all in a column together, where when they come in, I can mark off what the number is and what the mirror, the opposite of it is. And any columns I got here that's left at the end of the year, instead of trying to figure out what doubles to play, because the numbers rotate every year, and the numbers that don't play the previous year is usually the numbers that's going to pick up the next year. And that's how I win. And see, any column here that, like, say this column or this column don't play, these the doubles I will add to my bucket list to play all year. Because I know by law of average, something's going to come off these columns because they mirror and they're opposite of each other. Now, I might be getting a little ahead of you, but relook at this video if you're new. You understand what I'm saying, because I'm going to cover mirrors for you in a minute here. And to do that in your state, you have to do the lottery post to get the data. And I'm going to show you how to use the lottery post here after I do this here. I'm going to the lottery post. See I can see everything? I can tell what hit and what hasn't hit. Like here, the 228 hit, and then the 882 hit 3 times. I can tell at a glance. But what I'm looking for is what haven't hit as I'm tracking, as I go through and eliminate the numbers. I have to know what has played to know what to play. I guess you can call them hot, cold numbers, or however you want to call them. To me, they hot because they haven't played. The longer it takes I'm looking at a column, the longer it takes for a column to play, I'm licking my chops, because when I hit, I know where I'm going to play my numbers. I guess it's like lilies in the fields, picking the lilies, just waiting for them to get ripe, I guess. Let me see here. Now, I'm going to go to the lottery post, show you how to use the lottery post, because you're going to need that. Okay, show you how to use the lottery post. Lottery post, you can get paid subscription, or you can you can use the PICK-3 at a glance, because all you need is a year's worth of data. I went back 2 years when I first put this strategy together to see how it worked and get the understanding of it. Now here, hope you can see it. Okay, let me make sure you can see it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can see it. Give me 1 minute. I'm trying to line my other phone up to make sure you all can see what I'm seeing here. Okay. Yep, you can see it. Lottery post, you download it on your phone or whatever equipment that you have that you want to download it on. Tap the button. Now, what you do when you download it, you're going to go to results. And then on results, you'll be able to find your state. All right. Which is, I'm in Illinois. You're going to tap Illinois or your state, whatever your specific state is, or whatever state you want to look at playing. I know a lot of people play online. I have a lot of online subscribers too. And here it tells you they bought that 118 out for midday. And here's the 547. Okay. That's for the days. Now you want to know for the calendar months for the year what the numbers are. Because what you need. Yeah, go get that little bit of trash from me.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here, you're going to hit the calendar. It should open up. All right. Now, it opens up. It gives you the calendar for the year, for January. And like I said, with the picture at a glance, you take one sheet and you go back and eliminate the numbers and start tracking them and catching up to present using the 1-1 rundown on any of these winning numbers that came in. And then you go to next month. And then this one here. But once you get, this is the only heavy lifting you'll do, and it ain't gonna be that hard because you're gonna memorize a lot of the base numbers, and you'll know automatically what column to go to. It don't take but a minute. It gives you April here and down to May where we are now. See here? We're almost through May. And like I was saying, no 3-3 on evenings that fell on the front. And here's that 547. I mean that 574. That's how you know it hit twice. See there? Right here at a glance. But I don't have to look at the whole calendar. I have to look at my master sheet and my sheets and tell me what's going on with everything once I've tracked it. It's all organized. See? We're going to see, look for the 3-3 on the front. See here? At a glance. Now, I know what 3-3, how I'm going to play them threes when I carry them over to the next month. If I'm playing any double threes anywhere. And why I'm playing them. Now, we want to get it for the whole year. You want to come down. When you get to this part, you're going to see here. You tap here. And like I said, if you're new, I do my Q&As at the end. I do my Q&A at the end of the live. That way I can focus on just teaching and getting us all in the winner circle. And here you would hit 2003. Now it gives you a year's worth of data. Did it come up? Now, let's see. 2003. All right. Like that. Now you should have all the calendars for 2023. Now I just tell you about being a guest. You can't get access to all the platform. So you have to sign up for a year for results for a year and platinum another dollar amount, whatever the case may be. But you only need a year's worth of data for unless you want, get more involved with it. But the PICK-3 at glance sheets and stuff do everything they probably do for you anyway, if you're tracking. Or you can use it to verify that you're tracking right, maybe. That's the only thing I can see. Here we get up to May, then they should start giving you the numbers. Or, yeah, we get up to May. Okay, to the present day of May. Okay. Wait a minute, what is... Oh, I got you. Yeah. Here. This is May. Yeah, May. Where we at here? 21, 22. What is this here? Let's see. It's Illinois. This ain't the numbers. 29. It's oh, I got it. This is last year we're looking at. Okay, here. And this was in June. Okay, June of last year, July of last year, August of last year, in Illinois evening draw, September of last year, Illinois evening draw, October of last year, and that's all the data you'll need. November last year, and December, and then you're done like that. So you do want to purchase, not purchase it. If you want to purchase it, you can, but you get the lottery post. That is a very valuable tool to use. Everybody uses it. Okay. Now, got that down there. But this really helped me when I organized, because I realized that any numbers that came in that didn't hit like this in your state, you want to definitely look at those doubles to carry into the next year to play, instead of trying to play all 270 of these doubles and trying to figure out what's going to come the next day. It ain't out there, folks. It ain't out there. I'm telling you not. Okay. Let's see. Let me explain mirroring to you. You're gonna go to it. If you're new or if you're coming on, or you just starting lottery, you're gonna hear in the lottery world. You're gonna hear a lot about mirroring and flipping numbers in the lottery world. Oh, where is that? Okay, you're gonna see in the lottery world too. People that's got channels gonna be interchanging mirrors and flips. It's imperative that you understand the difference between mirrored numbers and flip numbers to even understand what most of them are talking about. Because if you don't, you're gonna be totally lost, like I was. Because I thought mirrors and flip for the longest was interchangeable, and they interchangeable words that meant the same thing, but they don't at all. Because with mirrors, you're gonna add +5 to the numbers from 0 to 9, and flips, you're going to add a +3 to the numbers from 0 to 9. So here we add +5 to 0, you get 5. +5 to 1, you get 6. +5 to 2, you get 7. +5 to 3, you get 8. And +5 to 4, you get 9. That kind of easy. Makes sense to me. I can look at that. I imagine in my head, I took 1,000 numbers, divide them in half, triple zeros on the top to 499, and on the bottom, 500 to 999. Oh, okay, I can understand that. And then I say, okay, a 0 is the same as, they usually use the terminology for the mirror, and they call it a sister number. You'll hear them use that terminology. You'll hear them say same as number or opposite number. I kind of stick with the terminology that's most familiar, which is the mirror number. So 0 is the mirror of 5, 5 is the mirror of 0. 1 is the mirror of 6, 6 is the mirror of 1. 2 is the mirror of 7, 7 is the mirror of 2. 3 is the mirror of 8, 8 is the mirror of 3. 4 is the mirror of 9, 9 is the mirror of 4. See that? Okay. So let's say you play 0, 1, 2, and the lottery played 5, 6, 7. They just mirrored your number. Instead of playing the 0, 1, 2, they played the 5, 6, 7. Because here you see a 0 is mirrored of 5, 5 is the mirror of 0, 1 is the mirror of 6, 6 is the mirror of 1, 2 is the mirror of 7, 7 mirror of 2. Or vice versa. If you play 5, 6, 7, and they play 0, 1, 2, they just mirrored your number. All right? Now, same here. If you play 1, 2, 3, and they play 6, 7, 8, they just mirrored your numbers, or vice versa. You played this, they played 1, 2, 3, they mirrored your number, or opposite, or same as. Just that they do use that term for mirrors. If you play 1, 2, 2, and they play 3, 7, 7, 677, and they just mirrored your number, or vice versa. Same here. If you play triple zeros, they play triple fives. They just mirrored your number. You see that? And it's going to be important to understand that this here strategy with PICK-3 at a glance, which I'm going to explain to you. Same here. +3 to 0 to 9. Now, here you got +3 to 0, you get 3. +3 to 1, you get 4. +3 to 2, you get 5. +3 to 3, you get 6. +3 to 4, you get 7. +3 to 5, you get 8. +3 to 6, you get 9. +3 to 7, you don't use the 10, you just use the single number, which is the 0 on the right-hand side, or any digit. When you sum up the number, you're only going to use one number. You're going to narrow that number down to one number. So +3 to 8, you get 11, but you just use the 1. +3 to 9 is 12, but you just use the 2 for lottery math. So here, that's why you come out with different numbers. 0, 1, 2, when you say flip, is 3, 4, 5. I mean, they flipped the number on you. Now, I don't know how you're supposed to surmise that or use that, but I'm just wanting you to know the difference. And up here, 0, 1, 2 is 5, 6, 7. To me, it makes sense because this the top of the 1,000 numbers, this the bottom. I can see that. Here, 1, 2, 3 equals 4, 5, 6. How that works, I don't know, but you need to know. And here, 1, 2, 3 is 6, 7, 8. I can see 1, 2, 3 being here and 6, 7, 8 being on the bottom. Okay. 1, 2, 2 here is 4, 5, 5, or 1, 2, 2 here is 6, 7, 7. I can see that. I can see that all the numbers on the top gonna match the numbers on the bottom. Here, triple zeros gonna be triple threes instead of here triple zeros is triple fives, which I can see. Triple zeros, okay, triple fives. Triple ones, triple sixes. Triple twos, yeah, triple sevens. Triple threes, yeah, triple eight. Triple fours, yeah, triple nines. Makes sense. Here I had no idea. This here to me holds truer than anything they have out there with mirrors. This here don't hold true for the simple fact, here with this strategy, a 1 is a 4 and a 4 is a 1. But here, an 8 is a 1 and a 1 is 8. So what I'm supposed to do with that? How can I use that? How is that going to add value to the numbers that I plan, the combinations of the numbers that I plan to play? It's don't. Not in my book, unless somebody can send me something to explain it where it would. Okay, so now the value. This is why I add value to the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, which I didn't figure it out to, after playing a while. Every one of these columns got its opposite number in it. Every one. That's powerful. Because at a glance, you know what number of these 720 numbers has failed, and if its opposite failed with it, or its mirror number failed with it. Let's look at here. Let's look at column 7. Let's say the 018, the mirror it is 563. Look down there, 563 at a glance. You'll know if the number is opposite and fail. Now, they do have a strategy that tell people, and I used to be part of that strategy, and I'm like, now I'm burning up too much money, didn't add no value to the combination of numbers I was playing. When you play a number, be sure to play the mirror. But as I learned and developed my skill set, I say I ain't playing no mirror with no number unless I know for a fact that the mirror hasn't failed all year. Because each one of these columns can take 30, 60, 90 days, 120 days to fall. So if I'm playing a mirror with a number, I don't know what's going on with that number and why I would be playing a mirror with it just to play a mirror. If I'm playing a mirror, I want to know by law average that this 018 ain't failed and its opposite, this 563 ain't failed all year. Neither one of them. Not one of them. I want to make sure neither one fail. That's how I win. That's how I go into the winning circle. I do all these columns like that. As I check the columns off and I find out that this 018 ain't failed and this 563 ain't failed, I'm playing them then because I have a reason to if they ain't failed close to the year or how I'm playing during the year. And you can get a column that ain't failed in 3 months and then say the 018, the one, and you can see that the 129 ain't failed. Then I'll be playing the 563 and the 674. I'll play those four off the column. If I don't play the whole column for 50 cent box, if I know it ain't failed in 4 months or 3 months, and you're gonna see that. You'll see actually how long it takes those 1,000 numbers to actually hit and how these columns are rolling at a glance. That's what you're gonna see. Don't play mirror numbers just to play the mirror unless you know for a fact the mirror ain't played. Working with the law average. And you'll be able to peep that easily. That's how I win. I even do that with the pairs. If I see, like I say, this 4-4, the triple fours, and the triple nines ain't fail, and these double fours and double nines ain't fail. If this 9 goes into another month, and this 4 goes into another month, I would probably pick up triple nines and triple fours. I would, but I'm not telling you play them like that. You know how I play. I wait till the end of the year. You get a summation of what your numbers are doing. You might have your state might give you once you build your skill set and strategy. Yeah, I'm gonna play triple fours and triple nines because double four ain't failed in 2 months. Double nines ain't failed in 2 months. Okay, and they mirror each other. And you would play the false triple of that. Looking at column 5, I would definitely play the false triple, and the false triples would be 499 and 449 because they could mirror the triple four and mirror one and fours and make it a 9, and they could mirror the triple nines and take one of the nines and turn it into a 4 on you. That's what they call mirrored numbers. Column 5 is all the mirrored numbers on the doubles, and I'll show them to you. When you say mirrored numbers, all you got to do is go to column 5. See, like I say, fours. See where that 449 and here the 994. Those are mirrors. They mirror each other. They could flip the triple on you. I mean, not flip, but mirror it on you. Forget that flip terminology. I just use it to teach. I don't use it at all. Nothing flips applies to this strategy. It's all mirrored. See, same. If they did triple ones, they could mirror that 1 and make it a 6. Or if they do triple sixes, they can mirror that 6 and make it a 1. All the doubles, everything here is opposite. So if you're looking at playing a mirror with a number, make sure that neither the number or its mirror has failed. Because if I find that a mirror and a number has, one of the numbers has failed, I don't play the mirror just to play the mirror. Because law of average, it probably more likely ain't going to come out. Okay, I don't put it that way. And in Illinois again, show you my numbers that I'm running. This is my daily play. I usually keep between $3 to $5. Okay, in Illinois here. And like I say, I play my birthday. You stick with a budget. Play smart, be smart. Okay, be smart, play smart. And here, like I say, my birthday didn't fall none on evenings last year. So that's what I'm playing. And I'm playing 792 and 297 because I know the 79 didn't fall on the front and it just came out at 798. So I'm still going to play it that way. And then I know the 97 didn't fall on the back last year. So I'm playing it that way. And I'm playing it 50 cents straight. Playing my birthday straight box. That's $2 there. Then I know column 5, and I know this 227 and 277 didn't fall last year. So I'm playing that. And I stick with my numbers pretty much. And then when I hit, I'll pile up on this even more heavier if I bring on some more numbers. And then I play this 227 and 277 because I know they didn't fall last year off column 5. And they ain't failed in Missouri either, so I don't know what's going on with column 5. That's what's making me be real suspicious of some things. But column 5 ain't hitting. It's going to be going on The 661 evening fell the first day of the year on New Year's Day. Ain't hit nothing off column 5 all year in Illinois. That's just a tip to people that's looking at Illinois' evening draw. And then, like I say, if I want to add extra, got a little extra money, I add another dollar. I'll play that 7-9 on the front and 9-7 on the back. Like that. Okay? So, play smart, be smart, play smart. Be smart, play smart. Okay, let's see here. I got to, where is it? Where is it? Let's do this here too. You might want to screenshot this one here. If you want, take a screenshot of that. For Illinois' evening draw. Where is that daggone? Okay, now what I have here, if I can find it. Oh, where's my paper at? Paper. Okay, yeah. And what we're going to have here, see, everything's not circled. Here is the numbers that I'll carry over into next month. And see how it's quite a few. It's quite a few. I haven't seen that many. It's usually between 8 or 9 pairs that might be left. Here it's like 12 or 13. See, double zeros didn't fall. 02. It might fall tonight. The money ain't over it. That's why I say I used to, if my numbers didn't come, I was jumping off of them. I play my numbers to the very last day of the month because they'll throw your number. You say, oh, it ain't going to come. I can miss the last day of the month. And they come on the last day of the month. They ain't getting me like that no more. I play my numbers. I play them through. I play the very last day of the month for sure. Okay, double zeros, 02 ain't failed. 03 hasn't failed. 05, see, I got it highlighted in red. I mean, it didn't fall last month either. 09 didn't fall this month. 12 didn't fall. 13 hasn't fallen. 14 hasn't failed. See that? At a glance, 16 hasn't failed for the month. I haven't seen them line up like this. And here, double threes didn't fall last month. Is that 34 circle? Yeah. 34. Yeah, it looked like that circle. 35. Yeah, 30. Yeah, that 348 came out. I remember now. 35 ain't circled here. 44. Okay, those are all done. Done. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, and 7, 9 ain't fell together. The 7, 8 usually will fall every other month. Now you can just look at it. I'm just telling y'all. This 7, 8 and this 8, 9 usually will run every other month or so, or every month. So I would definitely be looking at 7, 8, 9 if I want to add that to my bucket list, because the 7, 8 and the 7, 9 ain't played. And see how these mirrored like I showed you before? See how these mirrored like I showed you before? That's 4, 4 and 9, 9. I'd be looking at playing the triple nines if you and the triple fours if you want. I mean, I'm not telling you. You know how I play now, y'all. Know I play at the end of the year. I don't trip off triples. Now, if this don't fall all rest of the year, I up to the fours and nines don't fall all year, then I'm gonna definitely be on them bad boys. You ain't be able to tell me nothing, boy. Well, the way you stop me from playing is you drive my bank. But, you know, you live and you grow, and you know. All right. I found my paper I was looking for. Here you go with this one. these are the numbers for Illinois that I'm carrying. And that's what I mean as I track. I build a bucket list of numbers to play. All right. Okay. You see that? And here's the numbers that I build my bucket list off of these numbers. The numbers in red we've hit in Illinois already. Okay. And like I say, they're running slow to me, but I'm going to see. They're running slow. But I just have to be patient. That wild ball been here for 10 years in Illinois. It just came in Missouri last year, April the 19th. So I really didn't get to get a good feel of the numbers with the wild ball or the fireball like I am now. I know Illinois got a 10-year track record that now I can kind of get a glance at what's going on with it. So I ain't too much. I'll just stick with what I'm doing right now. And as time go on, I'll make adjustments that I see. Okay, 7-8 has two like pairs, and there's three of them that was left didn't fall from last year. 7-8-1, 7-8-2, and 7-8-4. Now with the 7-8 not falling last month, I would definitely look at playing a little heavier on that 7-8 that didn't come out, and the 7-8-4. Now here, this 0-2, this 0-2-7, this 1-2-7, this 2-2-7, 2-7-7, 7-8-2, and the 7-9-2. And they got two like numbers, the 2 and the 7, just like the 7 and 8 got two like numbers. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. They're hot to me to come out. Some should come out. These here, the 7-8-4, this 8-0-4, two like numbers. The 0 and the 4. I mean the 8 and the 4. That's why I was playing it, and it came 0-8-4, first day of this month. And this 9-6-1 is where I hit it because they had two like numbers hadn't played last year. Is the 1 and the 6, and that's these. I'll be playing these all year. They're my numbers. Not all of them. I'll be playing them as I win and as I make adjustments. This here is the doubles. Right here are the doubles, and I make a bucket list out of these doubles. And the doubles I'm looking at playing is 4-5-5, 5-5-7, 2-5-5, 1-5-5, which came in twice this month already, and 0-5-5. Then here, these are hot. Remember when I showed you I lined those doubles up to be opposite and mirrors each other? The 2-2-3, the opposite of it was the 7-7-8. It hit. On average, I know one of those going to come in off them four numbers. On average. No guesswork now. I might be guessing the number, but I'm not guessing what's going on with the number to play. And it adds value to why you're playing your number. These two numbers here, the 0-0-1 and the 0-1-1, is a set that hadn't played together. And the 0-4 and the 0-4-4 set. Now, if the mirrors of these haven't played, I'd definitely be looking at playing the mirrors along with them. If the mirrors of these, which I think haven't played, if you go back and look at that sheet, haven't played on this here, or if I can't remember the 599, but double check. If they ain't, I would definitely play the mirrors with these here, knowing that they didn't play last year. That's what I would do. And then the pairs. Here's the pairs. This 0-4 came 0-4-7, got it, and it's 0-5. I focus more on the front pair rather than the back pair. For some reason, I just like front pairs more than back pairs. But I do match them up. If the back pair and front pair hasn't played together, I'll match them up. But I knew the 0-4 and 0-5 hadn't played on the front, so that's why I played that. Them two, I was playing those. Here's 65 front, and then 7-9 back, came 7-9-8. And this 0-2 played on the back. And then you got this 0-7 haven't played yet, this 30 haven't played on the back, this 81 hasn't played on the back, and this 97. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 haven't played on the back all year, or last year. Just at a glance, I could figure this stuff out. Now, I'm going to go against the grain here again with all the tic-tac-toe date sums, grids, and different rundowns that you're going to see on in the lottery world on YouTube. The reason I say tic-tac-toes, if you got look, if you got something working for you, it works. And if you know why you playing the number without a doubt, why you playing the number, it works. But if you don't know why you playing the number, don't play it unless you didn't research that number and know why you playing it, or knowing somebody that has researched the number and playing it. Cause here, these I say these work by hindsight. This is after the numbers then fail that you're trying to figure out why you didn't hit the number. And if you do it this way, you're gonna get 95% of those numbers that you do it this way off of your rundown, whatever your rundown you use, when you can flip and mirror any of those 0 to 9 numbers. Because let's say this winning number is 901, and this is one of the techniques they use as a circle, going counterclockwise, adding 1 to the winning number that came in, and go. They can go down. They got 1,000 different ways to come up with a combination of numbers for you to play. So let's say we're gonna do this one here, 9 0 to 1. So 1 1, you're gonna have 1 to the 1, you get 2, 1 to 2, you get 3, 1 to 3, you get 4, 1 to 4, you get 5, 1 to 5, you get 6, 1 to 6, you get 7, 1 to 7, you get 8. I mean, on 1 to 7, you get 1 to 6, you get 7. You stop there. So what you're gonna do is get a combination of numbers. You're gonna do the 9 4 3, the 5 0 2, the 6 7 1, horizontal and vertically. You're gonna come down 9 5 6 4 0 7, 3 2 1, like that, and then you're gonna run around this way and do the corners to get a combination of numbers, and then when you get through, and they come out, I guess, with 12 13 many numbers that they want, but you don't know why you playing the numbers. You can't add any value to the numbers that you playing. What strategy do you use for winning here? So after they do that, they say, okay, here's the numbers we playing, but don't none of the numbers come out that next day that you played. And then they'll go and say, okay, say the winning number is this 948. First thing they'll say, well, ooh, we should have flipped that daggone 3, and I mean not flipped, mirrored that 3 and made it 8, because you add +5 to the 3, so that would be an 8. And they say, oh, it was right there in my face. No, it wasn't right there in your face. 943 was in your face. That's what you played. That wasn't in your face. It was 943 in your face. And if you can flip it and mirror it to be anything, you can get anything in your face. I hope I'm making sense. Or they'll say the 9-4, none of the numbers come out, but the 946 come. Oh man, it's right here in my face. I should have add a flip to that 3 and made it a 6. No, it wasn't right in your face. 943 was in your face. You didn't know why you was playing these numbers. You couldn't add no value to these numbers. You can't add no value unless you know what's going on with all 1,000 numbers, period. Okay? If you're doing a rundown, like I just did with the 1-1 rundown, they do the same thing. I should have flipped the mirrored numbers. It just don't happen, y'all. If you don't know why you flipping and mirroring the number, that's hindsight. If you don't know why you flipping and mirroring the number, you guessing. If you win, is luck. Luck runs out. The only thing to me is tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And that's to me. And I'm trying to get everybody in the winner circle at PICK-3 at a glance. All right. I think I covered the bases. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. Let's do the live chat. Let me see what we got here. I'll answer the questions for you. Let me hold on a minute here. Do this live chat. Get some things going here while we chat. Here. Give me a minute. I hope I covered everything for anybody. If you're new, have any questions? Give me a minute here. Just or email me momoneyterry@gmail.com with any of your questions. Okay. One other thing here to do. Let's see. I'm setting something up here. 1 minute. Just bear with me. 1 minute here. Oh, my kids are loud. I'm trying to concentrate, and they are loud. Definitely loud. I usually try to get up before them and do this. For some reason, I was sleepy. Like I told y'all, I'm a late sleeper. I can't. I sleep. I can't sleep good at night, but I mean, I sleep. Yeah, it's hard to explain. See, like the later I'm awake, the more awake I become, and it's hard to go to sleep. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Hey, Pepsi 23. I got your information. I'll give you a call later. All right. Okay, Gwen. No, there can be no more than one base number in the rundown. Probably something you misadded. I'm sure. Yeah, I think Seashell, like I say, I answered that with the zeros. Yeah, all of them do have zeros. Look like. What is that app? Okay, the app for I don't know if you call in the lottery post. You just go into the search and put in their lottery post, the website, and then you can download it right off their website. Okay. My fingers. And let's see what we got here. The 70 number. Why not use the 70 number? You got me there. Uh, uh, Gwen, can you explain what 70 number you're talking about? I'm not think I'm not understanding what you're saying there about that the 70 number. I don't think I understand that. What app is it? I put the app. It's called PICK-3 Rundowns. If that's the one you're talking about, or the lottery post. You have to go to the lottery post website and then hit the three dots on the right hand side corner, and it'll tell you to download the app to your phone. Hmm. 842. Yeah. Well, if you track it midday, play midday. If you track it evening, play evening. Now, that's what you got to track. You have to track them separate if you're going to play them both, or just play one. Make sure you tracking that one. Okay. Let's see. Any other questions? Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. You say that 70 in that first rundown. you did at the beginning. 70. And that first rundown I did in the beginning. 70. 70 in the rundown that I did in the beginning. The 70 number. You're talking about in the beginning of this live? 70 number. I'm just not remembering what the 70 number is, Gwen. 70. The rundown requires, the only rundown is the 111 rundown. So I wouldn't do a rundown on just a 70. Maybe I'm misunderstanding here what that 70 is. 70 number that I did in the beginning. Missing numbers for me. Thanks, Scott. Thanks for that information. I don't know. I'm not understanding still what this 70 you're talking about as a rundown. I don't know why. And thanks everybody for assisting and helping. I must be doing something right. We ain't being bothered with those trolls, knock on wood, and those bots. So they don't want to mess with us, I guess. Like I said, they tickle me. They really do. They hilarious. They come up with some good stuff. And the comments is the best part of most. And look like YouTube, they don't show the comments like they used to years ago. People used to make all kind of good comments. Now you can't hardly. I've learned a lot from the comments more than a lot of the videos because a lot of people ask a lot of good questions. Okay, you're on. Okay, Scott. Yeah. Thanks, Scott. Scott, I got a question. How many pairs in 1,000 numbers? I can't figure that out. I'm trying to, that's been boggling my mind. How many pairs, like I do the single pair, the triangle? How many actual pairs is there in 1,000 numbers? Does the lottery post tell you anything like that? I don't really use date sums, Gwen. I don't use date sums. I can, as you look at your numbers, when you start tracking them and see the patterns and stuff, I don't, because date sums mostly is trying to figure out the numbers, what's coming in next day, next couple of days. But if it lines up, I really don't see where date sums are applicable or both to me. I really don't run into date sums. Like I said, I build a bucket list of the numbers that I see that haven't played, or the mirrors that haven't played, or something like that. And I stick with those numbers, working with the law average. Pretty much you start seeing how they line up. And the columns, if I see a column ain't failed for 90 days, I'm looking at that column, and I'm looking at the mirrors that ain't failed off that column. Because if I do it, a master sheet, what I showed you every month. So by checking the numbers off and the columns off every month, now like around like middle of the year, I put together a index, a master sheet, where I combine all the sheets and mark off all the numbers on one master sheet. So that way I'll know what numbers have played and what numbers are left. And then also I'll see, as I'm doing each monthly sheet, how long it takes for a column to hit. And if I see a column ain't failed for 60 days, 30 days, 90 days, or depending on what's going on with the numbers, then I pull my numbers. I really don't see where dates, what they're telling you, where they add value to the numbers that you're trying to choose to pick. I really don't. I really don't use date sums because if I don't know what's going on with the numbers, I don't see where date sums are going to be. Only way I can find value with something like that is if I see it would add to winning somehow. If it don't add value, I don't see where date sums add value. Because to me, you're still guessing the numbers if you don't know what's going on with those numbers. Just like I said, a 38 pair. How would you know that 30? What value does not knowing that 38 ain't failed in 128 days, and you still be playing a 38? There's no strategy or skill set with that. To me. Oh, I don't know. People do that. People, and on this pick 3, people get offensive when you come on a channel when it comes to pick 3, because they don't really like to do a lot of explaining. They really don't. That's all I can tell you. Because it's hard. A lot of their teaching is hard to explain, and I can sympathize with them because it is. I think I'm the only one that has the channel where is tracking the actual 1,000 numbers that I've seen, and got it in a numerical order where everybody can relate. I would hope, and if they can't, I'm sure I can get them to understand. Because really, all you got to understand is 1 + 1 = 2. And if you don't understand that, then I can't help you. I can't. And then it takes practice. It takes building a skill set. Like not knowing that eight front ain't failed on only one time in January and then ain't failed none in the year. You building a skill set in practice, and you're gonna stick with your numbers because working with the law average will prevail. Or sevens haven't failed for 2 months with no number. No number. You know? But I can explain. You can ask me pretty much any question with pick 3 at a glance, and I can explain it. Because I don't use the date sums, the root sums, the grids, the flips, the mirrors, and all those. I mean, I use the mirrors, and that's the only one but it makes sense. If I tell you 1, 2, 3 is the same as 6, 7, 8 in my column, that makes sense. I would think it would make sense to most people. But there's a lot of different strategies out there, and believe me, I looked at all of them, and a lot of the pick 3 channels that come and gone, thinking it's easy, and I would never get on here. Thank you, appreciate that. That's woo, that many pairs, Scott. Wow, wow, and I got all that in that little triangle, huh? Man, that's neat. That's really neat, Scott. I appreciate that, buddy. Ain't that nothing, man? And that's just with pick 3, Scott. That is really neat. Pairs and 1,000. Wow. See what we up against, y'all, if we ain't tracking and know what's going on with them pairs? You see why it took 38, 128 days for that 38 pair to come out? And thank you, Scott. Appreciate that information, buddy. Now, if I was playing, that's about that 500,000 pairs almost. That's a lot. So you can imagine how many pairs is to 10,000 numbers. Wow, that is totally interesting. That's unique. Wow, thank you. Uh, I, let's see. Renee called me. I mean, just call me because I think I know what you're talking about. But it's kind of hard for me still to read stuff, so I can't read it that fast. But I'll give you that information. Pairs make up a circle from pairs and back pair. The pairs that you mark off, you circle the front pair and yes, I circle the front pair and the back pair. Yeah, I circle the front pair and the back pair. And then if the pairs okay, if the pairs don't consolidate, I mean if it don't come out like the 1 2 3, I would circle off the 1 2 on the front and the 2 3 on the back. Now say that 1 2 3, I noticed that it don't fall all year, and I noticed the 1 2 didn't fall on the front and the 2 3 didn't fall on the back. One of the combinations to come, that would be my straight to play 1 2 3 for the whole year. For my numbers, I play for the whole year. I don't jump off and off on my numbers. It's not how often you hit; it's how you play the game. Like I tell everybody, it's worked by the law average. And I only example that I can use, which I came up with this idea. I say, well, if it worked for cards, it's got to work for lottery numbers too. And the law average got to be a something that you can use to add value to the numbers that you combination of numbers you're looking to play. So what I did, because in Blackjack in 21, when I remember looking at 60 Minutes, it was a guy that they banned it off the boat because he had broke the boat. So I was quite naturally interested in that. I wasn't even gambling then. Matter of fact, I didn't think about no, because we didn't even have gambling in Missouri when this happened. No PICK-3, no nothing. And I always remember that stuck in my memory somehow, that they banned him off the boat because they only had one deck of cards, and he figured out a strategy using the law average that if he could remember what cards were left and bet heavy, so it wasn't playing the game how often he hit, it was how he was playing the game that made him a winner that banned him off the boat. So he realized, okay, if all the aces and all whatever the tens and the nines and whatever are gone, here's the cards that's left to play that I should be able to win with betting with the averages. And he figured it out, and he got so skilled with it, they banned him off a boat because he was going to the casinos and piling up and breaking them. So when they banned him off the boat, he just got a group of people and taught them what he knew, because it was a simple strategy. It was dealing with numbers, and so they would go on the boat and win. So that's why today on the casinos, you see they got that long thing with 12, how many ever decks now, or cards that they use to make it where you couldn't count the cards, but they still got professional card counters can even do it with 5 decks, and now they'll ban them off the boats also. So this here is a skill set you have to build. Oh, okay. 1 2 3. A lot of people do play 1 2 3 and it's mirror 6 7 8. They really do. But like I said, I kind of see what my numbers are saying. Should 1 2 3 be the number that I'm playing when I'm tracking? Because you can't play them all, but you can track them all. And when you see a number that come, you'll know why it came, because you're going to say, oh, I knew that number was due, but I wasn't prepared to play it at that time. And that's just the way it goes. You can't play them all. But I get joy out of knowing that I know how the number came and where it came and what's going on with it. That's where my joy come in, is tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Before, I had nothing to base that off of. I was playing life, playing anniversary, playing street addresses. And I never was a PICK-4 player because I couldn't see how I could win with PICK. I never figured I could win with PICK-4. But I always knew there was just 1,000 numbers with PICK-3. I should be able to figure out something that would add value to the combination of numbers that I wanted to play. And it's been good to me. And I slept a lot better. Before, I didn't even want to know what numbers came out that night. Because I tell people, don't tell me what numbers come out that night, because I don't want to know if I lost my money that night. I want to sleep on it. I didn't even want to know what numbers was coming out. But now it don't really matter to me, because I know how the numbers roll. And I got my set numbers. I don't care what come out. I don't care what come out. And did I miss anybody here? Yeah, I think I got the pairs. But you see that all of it is going to be valuable. It's going to add value to your numbers when you can see it at a glance. That's what made it good for me. I learned more from it as I went along using it than I had with any other strategy. Okay. But 1, 2, 3, and 6, 7, 8 are popular numbers. I know a lot of people play that on a regular basis. But if you know, like me, a number can hit 3 times in a month. Say the 1, 2, 3 can hit 3 times in a month. As soon as you get on it, that sucker won't show up for 4 years. I told you, y'all, if y'all check it, that's like about 5, 6 years. I think I told you, Missouri is three that and I try to keep the 160, right? The 574 and the 192 ain't played about 10 years. I'm saying 10 years for sure. Those three exact like that. I'm telling you. They right. You get on that sucker don't show up for 5 years. I ain't about to do that. I take my chance with something that ain't showed yet. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause I know working with law office, they got if sevens ain't played in 2 months. I know a seven better show up. I throw I'm out the lottery game. I'm out. I'm done. I know they cheating me. I ain't gonna lose my money knowing somebody cheating me. I mean, it's set up for us not to win, but if they cheating too, man, and I know they can cheat, because like I said, what's his Eddie Tipton? I finally thought of this guy's name. He worked for the lottery commission. Was it Oklahoma somewhere? He set up the lottery where he won millions of dollars. His brother and a police chief. Go look it up. Look up Eddie Tipton. And he set it up where he could go to a retailer, play the numbers, and the numbers would come out. So don't tell me what they can't do with these numbers if they want to have us win or not win, or if they can. Illinois is the first one that got almost bankrupt because they didn't cut off a PICK-3 number. They didn't cut it off where people couldn't play it, because at that time PICK-3 was relatively new here in Illinois. They went bankrupt almost because everybody played that PICK-3 number. I don't know what it was. Everybody played that PICK-3 number, and that's why when you go to stores, you can't play certain PICK-3 numbers. Now I don't think they ever stop you from playing a PICK-4 number. I don't think, because I don't play PICK-4 that much, so I ain't never went. Yeah. I think the PICK-4 number you can't play in a lot of places in Missouri was 12-12. Everybody's playing 12-12 one time, and you couldn't get that. But anytime they cut out all these numbers, tell me they can't play with these numbers when they get ready. So that's why you got to track them, so you know what's going on. And that's why I think that what that fireball and wild ball thing is all about. And they can use AI on these numbers. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. So don't get too, because some guy called me to ask me could he retire off of playing using my strategy, not unless you want to go in the poor house. Because hey, look at that. Well, I am retired. Fortunately, I am retired. But because they can, like I said, on the boat, they changed the game. They can change. If we figure out a system that hurting them, they can flip it. They can change the game on us. They cut. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You had the quads. Yeah, they'll cut them off on you. Okay. Yeah, I remember that 12-12 they cut off in Missouri. They cut that. Everybody playing. I think all over the country, everybody play 12-12 or 10-10. That's another popular one that everybody will play. A lot of people play. They got their certain months they play them in, and they do show up. But can't play it like that for me. I believe you can change those numbers. Oh, the name is Eddie Timpton. Eddie Timpton. Eddie Timpton. That's what it is. I'm sure. Oh yeah, he went to jail. He might still be in jail for it. Sure did. Millions of dollars. Eddie Timpton. I'm sure that's his name. You should find it. You can do. You can do. And he was already had a criminal record when they hired him. You know what I'm saying? He messed it up for the other good criminals that want to go straight. You're welcome. and he won millions of dollars and got greedy. He went and bought the tickets himself. He had other people buying them, but I think somehow he got greedy and went and bought one himself. That's how they busted him with the cameras. You see it, y'all see it. So I know what they can do. And he asked me, can he retire? I'm like, no, man, you can't retire off no PICK-3. You got to you got to keep on working. I worked. I was 70 years old. So did, and I hated quitting. My job was such a sop. You say, Mo, what? What? Yeah, 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 for sure. I'm telling you, Scott. I don't know what Illinois too. Like I said, that 616 is the only thing that played for the whole year off the false triples. Now they did play those triple sevens over here on evenings, and I think they played a was it triple five? I think they played one or two triple midday, but I really don't focus on midday that much. Oh, he say once in March and once in April. Okay. Oh man. Wow. Yeah. But that like I say, you don't want to jump on and off the numbers. Hush now. Don't want to jump on and off of them. But if you're gonna play, you have to play them through. Like if I was playing a number and it's mirror, know why I was playing. Like I say, if I see a column, as you tracking the columns, individual columns, and marking the numbers off, you'll know what number and its opposite hasn't played. So when I roll like that, I'm pretty sure one of those two gonna fall. But like I said, with this wild ball and fireball, I haven't had a chance to evaluate that strategy yet, and I will. But it does happen. It does play, but it seems like take it a longer time to play with this fireball and wild ball. So I don't know how they really implementing it, but I'm thinking they might be using AI on us with it. Yeah, I really do. I think they're using AI on it with us. But like I say, OPPB, be organized, be patient, be organized, be patient, and have a budget and be persistent is the key, really. That's how you just got to wait them out. Got to wait them out. But yeah, I'm glad to know that on them prayers, man. Hi, how you doing? Let's see. You say I can't call on your number. You can't call on my number, but you can email me, right? Um, so email me. You can't call. Wow. I got your email. I told you I got your email, right? 116 and 277. Yeah, well, that's off that column five. That's the false triples. But I'm looking at the 277 and the 227. They didn't fall last year. Okay, I will. I will check the email. Well, you don't know how because a lot of people play triples. Who's this I'm talking to? You'd be surprised how many play triples because they think they're easy to hit. But I bet you playing those triples depends on how they played them and when they played them, if they made any money off of them when they did hit. That's why I say I don't mess with those triples to the end of the year working with the law average. That's the only time I mess with them. But if you go back and you check into your data, a lot of people play triples. Every time triples play, you'll see that a lot of people hit it because a lot of people play triples on a daily basis. And triples play less than anybody. It's harder to hit than anything. Middle East. I'm sorry, but I'm state specific. My strategy, I got 1,300 videos is set up for you to learn my strategy. It's impossible for me to track anybody's state. I can help and guide you along with my strategy, and as you follow, or you can ask questions that I might can help you. But it takes too much data for me to tell anybody what to play for their state. I wouldn't even go down that rabbit hole because if you go down that rabbit hole, people gonna think that you know more than you know, and telling them numbers for their state. I just can't do it. I'm not gonna do that to myself, and I might wind up not being correct with you or trying to fudge or something. So if you tracking and I don't know if you got digital or whatever or how they pull your numbers, the system, the law average will work. You just have to follow through. Okay? Yeah. If they call out triples for you, but like I say, I really don't do triples. Oh, okay. You play those 12, 12. Yeah, a lot of people play 12, 12, 10, 10. I think I had one girl, 13, 13 was her favorite number. A lot of people play those like that, but I don't do pick four. I've only a couple times I played them, I hit them, but I know what it takes to hit them. If I was to play a pick four, I don't know. I wouldn't play pick four. I don't play it. There's no next. The next winning number is you tracking the numbers and seeing what the column's doing. There's nothing that you're gonna uh, know what's coming the next day like that. That I could surmise for you on what's coming the next day. There's nothing out there that's gonna do that out of those 1,000 numbers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you got anybody that knows what's coming the next day and is working on a consistent basis, call, email me and let me know. Hopefully they can call me. But I know it's nothing out there. Nothing out there. Track the numbers. When they line up, play the mirrors. Look for the mirrors. Things like that. And if I post anything, it's going to be for the state I'm in that I'm using right now is Illinois. It's showing what I'm playing. But like I say, if you're tracking, you have to do your own tracking because I might miss something that you might not miss. I don't have WhatsApp. I hear a lot about them. Like I say, I'm 73. I'm just catching on to YouTube. And I ain't going to have time to be doing no WhatsApp. What's that other one? Facebook. What's the other one that they trying to get rid of from China? I just don't have, I just wouldn't be able to keep up with all that. So, yeah. I don't have WhatsApp. No. I hear a lot of people. My grandkids might have it. Messenger, Facebook Messenger. I do have that. I believe on Facebook Messenger. Yeah, I have that. But I very seldom go to it. I usually stick with my emails. Okay, email be fine. Okay. Anything else before I close them down? Thanks, Scott. Appreciate your help. Thank you, Pepsi 23. Appreciate your help. Okay, thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel and visiting the live. I'm sure I can communicate what you need on the emails. I wish you could call, though. I'd love to talk to you. Thank you. All right, everybody. I'm going to call it quits and let everybody enjoy the rest of their evening. Appreciated your support. And like I always say, play and they come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. If you're tracking, you'll soon be packing the lucky town. OPPP. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, and stick with a budget. Play responsibly.